Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger. We are playing Wingspan, the base game, and this is our opening hand. No way to gain food, so that is something we need to be wary about. We have a migratory bird. I don't really like those, but it might work for us. I guess we can take the Mississippi kite and the red-breasted nuthatch, and both of those will let us get to the second tier for pretty cheap. Grasshopper sparrow is a very cheap addition to laying eggs in the early game, so I kind of like this opener here. We do not have anything that goes in wetlands, and we are gonna struggle for cards, but I think this is an okay setup. What the bonus cards are we looking for? I often don't care too much about Ulogist. It's usually very easy to gain the 6 points in the base game. So this is a guaranteed 6-pointer. Ecologist is almost a guaranteed 6-pointer. Ecologist is usually a guaranteed 6-pointer also, but it has since you can very often get 3 points in every habitat. But every now and then you get some combo where you're like, oh, I'm just not gonna play wetlands birds this game. I don't think we are there, so I'm gonna take the ecologist because it also has a higher ceiling than the Ulogist. I didn't pay attention to what was in the bird tray. We always pay attention to what's in the tray. Oh god. Like this is precisely when you wanted to go for the Ulogist over the ecologist. Oh god. Okay. Anyway, getting the kill deer here is it's not the worst thing in the world. Actually, it's gonna be pretty good for us. Okay. Killdeer. Let's see, do we play you immediately or do we hang off just a second here? Picking it up is of course completely the correct thing to do. I just think that we have some incentives to maybe hold off on playing you just quite now, because we only have 2 food, and we do kind of want to get up to double food dice before we are starting to actually draw food. So I'm going to play out this red-breasted nuthatch, and I'm going to lay eggs into here. Then we're going to play the Mississippi kite. That way we are going to have the maximum amount of eggs possible in this nest type within the short time span, and we even get the free food. Okay, then we can play the killdeer. Sure. Had I known that we would be getting that free food, no! Why did you eat the wrong food, stupid bird? Okay. We need these 2 foods to play these 2 birds, so that's fine. Getting points, awesome. So we want to gain points in the grasslands and points in the forest, because we currently have a decent thing going on. The killdeer is just one of the best cards in the base game, because it lets you draw cards without having to build up the wetlands, and it lets you draw cards very well. Put the most amount of eggs possible in there. Put an egg on yourself, which the killdeer is going to eat. And stuff like the bush tit is just a really good combo together with the killdeer as well, because it lets you cycle the cards you pick up that you don't care about. And we're gonna draw so many cards. We are gonna draw so many cards. Yeah, so every now and then you draw cards you don't want. Cycling those to the bush tit is perfectly fine, because you can also just eat the eggs back after the killdeer and never run out of egg space, which is the great thing you are scared about when playing such an engine. So yeah, putting this out here is certainly something we are going to do, so we're just going to do that immediately. And I also think we want to try to pick up one of these fish while they are here. Thank you, thank you. And now we play out the Franklin Gull and we start to pick up the stuff we really want to see, played here. Like that. So, currently we are gaining, whenever we go to the grasslands now, we are gaining 4 cards. We are gaining 1 point and 4 eggs. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4? Yes. That's insane for so early in the game. Put 1 egg there, 1 egg there, and 1 egg there, and 1 egg there. You eat that egg, draw 2 cards. Yeah, 7-pointer, awesome. We certainly gonna try to play out those sorts of things. But we are probably also particularly looking for high-scoring birds in the wetlands that work together with the round and goals coming up. I don't hate the Cassin's Finch. It can give us more bonus cards, get us access to higher tier stuff over here, makes us able to sacrifice cards to draw more food, which is nice. But currently we have 2 birds we really want to play over here. This guy is another one for the round and goal, which means that we will solidify the already high chance we have to actually get it. So try to get some grains here for the birds we want to play. Right, we are forced to reroll so we don't get the Mississippi Kite trigger there. Should probably have rerolled before and just picked those grains manually. But yeah, let's look at these spoonbills and see what we get. Falconer or photographer. So we already have a guaranteed 2 points here. And we probably can just play out any high tier bird we find. We are going to get a look at a lot of cards, and we don't really have that much incentive to pick up 4 more colored birds. So yeah, take the falconer just because it pays out so much additional points for each additional card we get, and we don't need to pick a certain amount of cards for that to actually work. And yeah, let's maybe just make sure we are winning this round and goal. Something like this. Eat some eggs. Pick some cards. Tuck some cards. Get an egg. Eat an egg. And draw some more cards. Ooh, Black-billed Night Heron. So we're gonna focus on playing these 8 and 9 point cards, I think. It's just gonna be a very easy game plan. You find cards worth a lot of points and you play them. And we prioritize to. If you play this, if you play the Cassin's Finch, we can get up to three stuff here, and I want to play more of these bowl nests because of the upcoming thing here. We are not gonna utilize the Elizabeth Sapsucker anyway, so we can afford to sack that to go here. So paying 3 food for this guy isn't really that bad because we're gonna get that back by having an option of going here. So let's do that. Large birds like the black-crowned night heron, or so we already know we are gonna play this. So we have 3 points from both of these bonus tasks, no matter what. And Northern Shoveler has a high chance of being played, but playing this guy means basically both of these cards are just 1 away from being max. That being said, Bird Feeder is 7 points, while Large Bird Specialist is 6 points at max, so yeah, Bird Feeder. bird feeder it is. And we sack the yellow-bellied sapsucker, so we can pick up these foods here. We're gonna use them to play the blue-winged warbler and the black-crowned night heron ASAP, just so we can get the third food dice for free over here. And we are even getting more foods for free. That's awesome. Put you here, eat out these eggs. And at some point we need to actually lay eggs into these nests. Now, ooh, free cards, yes, and thank you. You are also a grain eater, which means that if we do want, we can play you. Remember, playing this guy costs 2 eggs, so he is worth 4 points, but together with Northern Shoveler, he will also take us to 4 more points from Bird Feeder. So if we can't get anything worth more that eats grains, we'll play these two, but I will prioritize trying to play out these 9 pointers before we are playing out other stuff. Dun, dun, dun. Whooping crane is probably something I should have picked, but I didn't. I didn't pay attention to the fact that it was there. Okay, we're gonna just make sure we have enough of these things, and there is no reason to just not put eggs into these forest birds, so that is what we're going to do. Draw some more cards. Let's use the bunting. Yes, that's precisely the kind of bird we want to have into the final thing. They eat grains, they help us get a load more eggs, and we have the egg capacity for it to fill out. Spotted Tau is not going to see play. Just egg yourself. Or the Northern Bobwhite maybe over the bunting. Bunting is a net gain of 1 egg over the opposition. Unless they don't have egg capacity for that at all, which means that we are gonna get all of these for free, which is pretty good. But yeah, we also want to prioritize playing out birds that fill out our habitats for ecologists here. So 2 more birds in wetlands gains us the top tier 8 points there. Ideally, we do it together with one of those playing on the birds, just so we don't have to spend as many actions for it, because we're in the final turns of the game. Actions are at a premium. We need to at least pick 1 more turn to take food if we want to be able to gain 2 more birds that eat grains here. So I'm thinking crossbill and bobwhite maybe. Or crossbill or the bunting. The reason I want to play this guy is that we can play him before we go here, so we are more guaranteed to get these eggs. Together with the bunting, we will gain lots of additional eggs. So yeah, this is the game plan. Eat eggs in these nest types, because after we play out the bunting, we are gonna get so many of those back. Or maybe not. We're gonna have 2 activations of the bunting. Do I overestimate how many turns there are left in this game? I'd never. We don't care about keeping more, taking more food, because we want there to be a few dice left for the Mississippi kite. Okay, then we need to ask ourselves the question: do we actually want to play the bunting now? And so we can go down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can lay 18 eggs just flat here. Or we could play the bunting and lay 4 more eggs. We can also sack food here to gain more eggs. I think it's correct. I haven't completed the math on it yet, but I think it's correct to play the bunting. And if it's not correct, then it's on me. We end up with not playing the shoveler here, so because we want to just get more activations off here, and I'm okay with that. No discards, but we do tuck. Lays more eggs. No discards. And again, eat the final food. Lay maximum amount of eggs in these nest types. Do this and that. No discards. Tuck. Egg yourself. No discards. Okay. I think we had a good game here. There's always something to be said for whether or not we should have taken the Franklin Skull and actually played it, but yeah, just this abysmal amount of, or not abysmal, this huge amount of card draw is just from the grasslands just guarantees that you will get a good game here. We get to pick up so many high power birds. The only thing that's bad about what the game we had is that we didn't have access to good food early. So this 119 here, it's a good score for the base game, but it could have been a lot better if we just had any amount of way to gain additional food in the early game. We the Mississippi Kite is just a weak 6-pointer. Red Person not touch gave us 8 points in total, but having access to more food easier would shave off 1 or 2 actions off here. Just imagine if the red crossbill had been here instead of the red-breasted nuthatch. We might, yeah, because we got some free food and stuff, so we would have been able to just have 1 more action left in the game, which I could have used to maybe play the Modern Shoveler. We would also just gained a lot more food. We gained 1 grain from this guy, and we gained 6 grain from this guy. So we would have had 6 less points, but we would have had 6 more food, which means that we could have played this guy for 9 more points. We could have played something else also for whatever. And it just would have opened up a lot more options. But we are not complaining when we get both the Killer and the Franklin Skull, because we had a very powerful game here. And when you eat this many eggs, it's totally okay to have 3 more egg layers in the grasslands, because we're also consuming them at a really high rates. And of course, when you are ending the nearing the end game, you need to decide on when you are to stop eating eggs. Seeing that we have 2 cards left in hand, we probably ate 1 egg too many this game, so if we hadn't eaten one of these eggs on the Killer or in the Franklin Skull, we would have had one more point, which means that we would have been at 120. But this is a good score. I'm not disappointed at all. And with that, I'll say thanks you guys for watching. It's been Harbinger. We have been playing Wingspan, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.